My first investment portfolio lost 53%, and my second one up by 120%. Same me, same time frame of 3 years. So what changed? Like many immigrants who come here as adults, I believe that hard work was the answer. Immigrants have incredible work ethics and stamina. We chase promotion, work multiple shifts, pick up side hustles. That was the formula we were taught. Work first, rest later, and then build for everyone else but yourself. But year after year, even with a six-figure income, my net worth did not move. My paycheck was growing though, a lot, but I had nothing to show for it. Like a lot of people, the bank owns the house, the bank owns the money, or the bank owns the car, and your student loans just keep bleeding you dry because of that high interest rate. I was earning more than ever, yet still living with the fear of running out of money. That's when I realized that I wasn't the one failing. I simply did not understand the system that works in this country, the US financial system. I was hustling my money the same way I hustle my career. Always moving it, always tweaking, always chasing the next hyped up penny stocks or crypto. I had massive shiny object syndrome. That's why my first portfolio is down by 53%. Even after 3 years, I cannot recover that account and it's still bleeding, while the second portfolio has been up 120%. But I have used a different strategy. So here is what no one tells immigrant women. Making money is one skill, but growing money is a completely different skill set. And if you mix the two, you will work forever with nothing to show for it. So today, I'm going to break down both skills and I'm giving you my 3-step framework, the exact system that took me from struggling and broke to building a 7-figure net worth in just 6 to 7 years. So by the end of this video, you will know why your net worth is not moving, even though your income is growing dramatically. And you would know the one mindset shift that changed everything for me. And you don't have to hustle to grow wealth. So let's get started. If you owned a business and every day you walked into that business, your employees were just sitting on the couch and lounging and resting, doing nothing, how would you respond to that? Because right now, that's what your money is doing in the bank. Pause this video and open your banking app. Look at your checking account. How much money has been sitting there for more than 30 days? I know this because I work with a lot of immigrant women. We make a lot of money because we work a lot, but we put all of it in the savings account. That is your lazy money, and it is costing you thousands of dollars. Here is what most people don't realize. If you have $20,000 sitting in your regular savings account, earning, let's say, 0.01%, while inflation runs at 3 to 7%, you are not being safe. You are losing about $600 to $1,400 every single year just by putting that money in there. So here is what you can do right now. Move that money into a high-yielding savings account that pays you about 4 to 5%. That's $800 to $1,000 a year for doing nothing. This is not investing yet. This is you making your money work while you sleep, because just by moving that money, you've earned about $1,000 just by doing nothing. This channel is a community for immigrant women who want to have financial peace and freedom. The internet, as we know, can give you strategies and even step-by-step plan. If you have ever fallen off after one bad choice and that makes you feel like you have erased months or years of progress, you know the truth that information does not equal transformation. That is why this community exists. We don't just want to give you money tips, but give you the support, the identity shift, the accountability to finally stay consistent and become the woman who stops worrying about money and can actually finally watch her money buy her financial peace and freedom without hustling or burnout. So if you are ready to take action and see real results, hit the subscribe button right now, because in this whole channel, I will be walking you through everything that I did from step 1 all the way to the end, showing you how I moved from stock to building a 6-figure income in just 6 to 7 years without me hustling myself and without any burnout. So section 1, let's talk about the problem. Here is the truth. Over the last 5 years, we've mastered the skill of making money. COVID flipped that switch and everyone started a side hustle, digital gigs, Etsy shops. We have seen lots of screenshots of 10K months everywhere, 50K months, even 100K months. More than half of Americans right now have side incomes. If you are a W-2 employee, you know how to polish your resume, how to crush interviews, how to get a raise, how to get promoted, and how to negotiate for a higher pay. If you are an entrepreneur, you know how to spot opportunities, take risks, move fast, double down on what's working. But now, here is the problem. All of that works great for making money. But here is where we mess up. We drag those same impatient, aggressive, high-speed skills into our investment, and that's why we keep losing what we built. But when you are growing money, that's the skill that we were never taught. Money works for you. So it's slow, it's boring, and it needs a lot of patience. It grows over time without you and continues growing even when you're sleeping. You have to see your money as an employee. We are so scared of losing money, so much so that we actually keep ourselves poor. But this next one is a trap most people fall into: building their wealth engine. I used to keep all my money in one account. Like all the paycheck would just come into one account, bills would go out of there, whatever was left, that would become my savings. But guess what? Nothing was ever left over. So here's what I did differently. I created multiple accounts. Each one had a job. Think of it like the rooms in your house. You don't cook in your bedroom and you don't sleep in your kitchen. So why then do you pack all of your money into one account? Some people have just two, checking and savings, and that's it. That's not how the wealthy move their money. The 5 account wealth engine, account number one, that's the income account. So treat that like your front door. Your paycheck lands there and money stays there no more than 3 days. So the second account is your bills account, like your bill account. Treat it like your utility room. All of your bills come out of there, like your rent, your car note, subscription, and you automate everything to avoid missed payment or late fees. The third account is your freedom account. That's like your living room. Your guilt-free spending and all of your fun money is packed in there. Number 4 is your safety account. That's like the basement, your emergency fund. So 3 to 6 months expenses, and you put that one in your high yielding savings account. The 5th account is your growth account. That is your investment wing. That's where you're building your wealth for your future. That's the brokerage account for stocks, index funds, and ETFs. Here is a mini exercise for you. Go into your banking app and open one account. You can start with your safety account, and then you set up an automatic transfer, even if it's just $50 every payday. Name that account something so powerful and share that in the comment section. So for me, here is how I split my income. I have 60% of it go into bills, and then 15% go into my freedom fund because I don't want to cut out my coffee and all the fun things that make me happy. And then I have another 15% of it go into my safety and about 10% go into my growth. And you can adjust that depending on your situation. But this system stops you from wondering where your money went, and it also helps to show that every dollar has a destination as soon as it lands into your account. Now, here is where most people fail. They set up this account, they automate it, but they never actually invest the growth money. That's step 3, the game changer. For my first portfolio, the one that got burned, I was in there every day, checking, tweaking, moving things. I thought I was being smart, but every time I touched it or sold something or did something, I lost money. But the second one that I just invested and forgot about it. Growing wealth isn't about doing more. It's actually about doing less. These 3 concepts that I'm about to show you changed everything. Number 1, compound interest. Einstein calls it the 8th wonder of the world. Let's say you invest $1,000 into an account that grows 10%. In a year, you will have $1,100. Because it's compounding, 10% grows on your original $1,000 and on that $100 profit. Every year, that interest is placed on both the original amount and the profit. So that $1,000 you had invested in 10 years, it becomes about $2,594. But 30 years later, that $1,000 becomes $17,449. Imagine if you do that for 45 years and you're constantly putting money in every month. Let's say you're putting $100 or $200. This is why you want to put it earlier, because the longer it stays in there, the faster it grows. Number two, asset allocation. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. Even the Bible tells you to diversify. Put it in different places in case something happens to one basket, you still have the other ones to recover from. My first portfolio, all penny stocks, all hype stocks, all risk, and I'm still bleeding and still down on that. But the second one, I split that money. 50% went into index funds like the S&P 500 total market. 30% I had put it in growth stocks, let's say Apple, Microsoft, Google, and 10% went into bonds, and then 10% went into crypto. If you were just starting, when I had just started, this is what I did. I had put all 80% in the index fund because the index fund tracks the whole market. It grows steadily over time. And when I did that, I stopped losing sleep because I wasn't betting on one stock. I was betting on the entire economy. Over time, even if the market corrects itself by crashing, the economy always grows back. All the wealthy people have their money in there. So do you think they will sit down and watch that thing completely crash and wipe out their wealth? No, they're not. Like we always say in Nigeria, follow who know road. So we just watch what they're doing and we go right with them. The third thing is financial literacy. The system wants you so confused. That's why they have all the big words and complex systems and complex terms just to confuse you and keep you out. But you don't need a finance degree and you don't need to work in Wall Street. You just need to learn the system. Then take one action. Every tiny action you take, you're building your wealth system. As long as you have consistency and you automate so that they work regardless of your mood and what's happening in your life, you will always be surprised at what consistency can do for your financial life. The same way the system you have been using running consistently has put you on a perpetual hamster wheel with no recovery in sight. A consistent, efficient system will also do the exact same thing. It will move you from financial stress to peace, where you just relax while your money does the heavy lifting for you. If you are earning well but you still feel stuck, or if you are ready to build wealth, not just grow your income, I have something for you. I am setting up a free 30-minute wealth clarity call where we will talk strategy. We will look at where your money is leaking, where it is being stalled, and what needs to shift so that you can finally grow. If this helped you in any way, please share it with one immigrant woman who needs to hear this. I have seen a lot of immigrant parents who have worked so hard for the last 40 years, but because no one taught them the system, most of them now are old, tired, and broke. We are the generation that gets to change that, not just for ourselves, but for everyone that is coming after us. Our children won't have to choose between sending money home and building their own wealth. They won't have to start over at zero because we didn't know better. But that only happens if we learn what they couldn't teach us. So next week, I'll be breaking down my complete 5 money systems, not just the 5 accounts that I showed you today, but the full blueprint, the exact percentages, how I structure my money so I can send money home, help families and friends when they need it, and give back to my community, and still build a 7-figure net worth right here without me hustling and without burnout. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you next week in the next strategy session.